Hello and welcome to the MES tool release highlights of winter 2024-2025. My name is 𝙍𝙨𝙾𝙙𝙮, software engineer at MES in the MQC team, and today I'm very excited to show you the new highlights of our MES Quality Commander version 8.0. Quality, always up to date. Let's have a look at the highlights of our new version 8.0. Instant insights with ready-to-use dashboards. Ready-to-use dashboards tailored to common use cases, providing instant insights into project quality and progress. The dashboard's milestone status, latest changes, developer details, and developer status allow teams to quickly identify key areas of focus, track daily changes, and monitor specific tasks for various user groups. We will now have a look into the tool to show you these dashboards in detail. By default, MQC ships with the dashboard that you can see here, which shows project information, a quality trend, actions, quality status, data availability, and some diffs. This is a good dashboard to get an overall status of the project, but for many use cases, it's not sufficient. We added more dashboards that are available for anybody to add. You can just add the dashboard sources that are here as examples or templates and add them to your project and select them as pages. You also have the ability to customize them further if you want, but we will not go into detail in this video. The first dashboard that we want to look at is a milestone status. This is a great view for a team lead or a quality manager that just wants to see what the current status of a specific milestone is. For example, you are working towards a milestone and want to see what happened since the last time and how your project is processing. You can see in the left the project information, which shows you information to the current status of the overall project, with the size, the quality, the availability, and the current milestone and revision. You also see how many days you have left. You can see the quality developing over time in the trend. You can also see the quality per artifact and per quality property. In the bottom, you will see the open issues, which is not a detailed list of all the issues, but just an aggregated number of how many failed are per data source or warnings per data source. You can also see the issue trend, so how many issues were solved over the time and the milestone. Let's look at the previous milestone, because that's a bit more interesting. You can see that there is a bit more progress made in the issue trend and even in the quality trend. If we look just at a specific artifact, you can mark it. You can see specifically how many issues are relevant for these artifacts, for this artifact, and you can also see the quality property specific for this artifact. By selecting a specific quality property, you can see the issue specific to that. For more details, the quality manager or team lead can go to their developers and ask them to solve things further. But this is a very good overview to get you started. Another dashboard is the latest changes dashboard. This shows very nicely what has changed since the last revision, in this case the previous week. So this is really good for a team stand-up to compare what has changed, what was done. In this case, there were a lot more issues, but the quality has improved. So on the left side, we see that the quality of the artifacts and the quality properties has improved, even though we have a lot more issues. That is because the availability has changed. And so previously, some things were not tested. Now we can see the tested changes. You can also switch to another revision, for example, and you can see that some quality improved, some quality decreased. All in all, we have more issues than before, and we see a detailed list of issues here. So you can expand it, directly see what issue exists, and discuss in your team, in your stand-up, what has to be done. Two further dashboards are developer-focused. And these examples are configured just for one data source or one tool, in this case MXM. In the developer status, you can see the quality on the left side for the two quality properties that are there for the MXM tool, and also diff, what has changed in the quality. This is a good comparison if you want to see the overall status, which is not that bad, and the increase and decrease. In the middle, we see the data. On the top, the overall data, so the number of issues per data point, the count of the data point, and then also the changes. Let's look at the artifact light and rain detection. Here we have an increase in issues, but we can see in the tree map that it's the availability that has changed. So everything before was not tested yet. Now we have tested it. We can also see the detailed issues here grouped by state, so we can have a look at them. This is a really beneficial view for a developer who really wants to find out where the bad quality is coming from and how he can easily decide what has to be fixed. Another developer dashboard is a developer details, which shows you in detail on the left side, in diff and in the full status, where exactly the issues are located. So here, in which check they occurred and for which artifact. On the right side, we see the diff list, which every new issue or gone issue is shown. At this moment here, only new issues, and the total issues that are there. So you can expand specific groups, for example, here for a specific check, and you see there are a lot of issues for this check, and you can see if they are similar or how you can solve them quite easily. That's our new highlight, our new dashboards. Another new highlight of the new version 8.0 is the heatmap visualization with interactive structure. New interactivity in the structures allow you to see aggregated levels next to details in two different layouts to help you quickly navigate and understand even the largest projects. Each level of the structures can be shown or hidden in the structure tree of the heatmap. And structure visualizations, even levels in the middle of a structure, so you can simplify your view even for complex structures. Structuring is something very unique to MQC. You all have structures in your project, be it structures in your process, in your software architecture, or structures in your assignment of teams and developers. These structures are shown in MQC in the heatmap very nicely. You can see here next to the artifacts that there are structures in specific components and teams. Above it all is the software. This hierarchy structure can also be shown in the left structure visualization if wanted. At the moment, we only see the artifacts ordered by the worst quality, but we can also see the whole structure tree if we choose to do so, and we can expand and collapse as needed, so we can see exactly the grade of detail we want. New in this version of MQC is that you can specify which structures you want to see. So you don't need to show the whole structure tree or just one level of structure, but you can just choose a specific levels of a structure. In this example, teams and artifacts below it. And only these are shown and grouped by. In the heatmap, it is now also possible to collapse structures. For example, we see that the detection component has 3 artifacts below it. But I don't really want to see those details. So I can just collapse the whole structure, and now I see the overall quality of this component. I don't need the details at the moment, it's enough for me. This is especially valuable for large projects where you might have a lot of artifacts and you don't want to see them at once. So you can, for example, only want to see the component level, and you can directly see, oh, the component level is even there twice. We have 2 times of control because one is for the team and one is for another team. So maybe we don't want to see the teams in this case. So we can just hide the team and just see the component level together. And if we want to see a specific component in detail, we can expand it and see below which artifacts are below it and how are their quality are allocated. In addition to that, we also have a lot of options in the heat map. We can switch to a different layout, like mentioned in the PowerPoint presentation. With this layout, we not only see the last level that is expanded, but also the levels below it, above it. So if we want to see the driver assistance and EV3 control artifact, but we also want to see the total quality of both combined or aggregated, we can choose the tree. We also have the ability to enable the visibility of the values. So if you want to, for example, create a print or export the image, it is nice to see also the numbers and not only have them in the tooltip. Additionally, we have multiple sorting abilities. We can sort the artifacts or the quality properties by quality, just by name, how they were configured, so the order of the configuration, and so forth. Of course, this is all based on the hierarchy. Of course, these structures are also available on the data details page with the finding structure, on the availability page with the measure structure, and on the data page as well. These are the highlights of MES Quality Commander version 8.0. Thank you very much for listening. If you would like further details, you can go to our website, modelengineers.com. There you can find the full release notes of the new version, which include more details about the new features of the MES Quality Commander. You can also request an evaluation and look at the user guide to get more information about MQC. Thank you very much for listening and see you next time. Have a good day.